Alright. Everybody calm down. Everybody just, you see, you got me away from my drinking tea out of my Hooters mug time just to make this freaking video about absolutely nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ, you guys are seriously wasting my time here. Alright. So today we're going to talk about something that people seem to be considering a major deal in this country. Something that, oh my god, it's so pathetically grating. The gaijin space. Alright. Guys, first of all, let me explain what this supposedly is, what the gaijin space supposedly is. And to do that, I will use my handy dandy other whiteboard. Since I moved into the studio, I've got an upgrade. Alright, so the gaijin space is, okay, here's a row of benches on a train. Let me use a marker that actually works. Alright, here's a row of benches on a train, alright? And let's just say the train is crowded, right? And you're sitting right here. And you also so happen to be a gaijin, right? You're a foreigner. And you're sitting right there. Now remember, this train's crowded, right? The more people leave the train, the more people board the train. Leave and board the train. Someone's sitting here, someone's sitting here. Someone was sitting here when you boarded and then they disembarked and now they're gone. And so because you're a foreigner, you're right here. No, there's nobody sitting here. So the gaijin space is this space between you and the other person, the empty seat next to you, because you just so happen to be a gaijin. Yeah, let me just burst everybody's bubble. I just want to say this right now. This does not exist. And let me prove this to you empirically. You may have noticed on my Twitter, follow my Twitter please, I want more followers, I would love more followers. You may have noticed I've been documenting my commute for the last week or so because of this article by I can't even pronounce his name, By McNeil. The empty space on a crowded train 10 years on, the gaijin seat still grates. So okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. This article is just, it's not worth your time. It really is not worth your time. Neither is making this video worth my time, but I'm still making it because people are sharing this all over my Facebook, all over Twitter, and saying, oh my god, Japan's the worst thing. Okay, look, there is a lot of things that Japan could really work on. And I mean really working on. I've covered them in a few videos. And the most obvious one that Japan can work on, in my opinion, is the apartments. Why is it so difficult for foreigners to rent an apartment? Well, because of a lot of pretty blatant discrimination, right? And there's a lot of problems, societal problems that Japan really could work on, but for whatever reason, Mr. McNeil, even though he's posted on a lot of pretty good social issues on the Japan Times or other social media, he chooses to make this such a big deal, and it's not a big deal. For one, it doesn't even exist. This thing right here, this little phenomenon has never once happened to me. And you might be surprised at that, right? I am not the most suave looking gaijin on the planet. I'm pretty much the exact opposite of what most foreigners would be in the mind of a Japanese person. I mean, I'm tall, right? Most people think most people assume foreigners are tall, right? But look at my long hair, right? The only thing that I got going for me is I use deodorant imported from America and I don't smell bad. But no, in all seriousness, it's like I would be the one that a lot of people would be like, whoa, that guy's scary, right? But no, it's routine for me. It doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter if I'm in Tokyo, the Inaka, if I'm in Osaka, Nagoya, wherever, if it's a crowded train, there's always going to be people seated behind me. And that's just a matter of fact. Just, if you saw my Twitter, alright? I was documenting case by case each commute for the last few days. Let me show you. Alright, let's start from 6 days ago. On the train to go home. Plenty of open seats, but 2 salarymen are beside me. I remember this. The train was pretty much empty. Next stop, people disembarked. I moved seats to an open bench with 2 seats open beside me. And then people got on board, and then a man in a turtleneck boarded the train and sat to my right. At Shinagawa, more people disembarked and embarked. A woman who's been feverishly typing something on her phone is to my left, and a guy at the edge seat, he disembarked, and yeah. People were plenty of open seats, and then the moment I disembarked, a dude with a huge luggage bag takes my seat. No gaijin space at all, basically, the whole time. And I love this tweet from Ninjaru. Life must be good, but if the only thing you have to complain about is people not sitting next to you on a train, in reference to Bai McNeil's article. I love that tweet. That was just spot on, right? All right, next day, didn't commute my ride to this morning because I stood the whole ride. Evening commute though, mom and child to my right, and some dude watching meme vids on his phone to my left. At Shinagawa, the guy on his phone disembarked and I took his seat, which was an end seat. The train was pretty much empty. And then someone boarded the train. A very posh looking woman took my vacated seat. Once again, another day where the gaijin space never happened. This was coming home from hanging out with my friend. Someone vomited everywhere on this train. Holy shit. Asaki's life. Happy Friday. Yeah. The mad dash for seats when a bunch of people disembark is fun. It's like a slow game of musical chairs. Also, another morning commute, another lack of the gaijin space. Morning commute, stood. Nearby foreigner had people surrounding him. Evening commute, actually have an empty seat next to me, but that's because the train car is pretty much empty. And then someone on the train smelled like a brand new car. Like, they literally smelled like a brand new car. Alright, you guys get my point. There are a lot of things that we should really be worried about when living in Japan as foreigners. There's a lot of things to be concerned about. There's a lot of things that, they're really, really hard to deal with as foreigners, but, we get through it each and every day. This article, this thing from Bai McNeil just completely derails any sort of argument that, foreigners are having a hard time in Japan. It just derails that argument, all right? I normally don't like Japan's circle jerk. I kind of think, what a lot of people think of Japan's circle jerk, but look, this was just a work of beauty by Japan's circle jerk. They just completely ripped it to shreds. All right, the moral of the story is this, if something in Japan is worth complaining about, do you think other people would think the same thing? The answer is probably no. In fact, 90% of the stuff that's on the Japan Times opinion section is just absolute crap to begin with. All right, I need my Hooters mug.